Hello again, everybody.
Hold on. There we go.
All right, there we are.
Hey, everybody. These couple of nice-dressed gentlemen, we are NoQuip Sports, and we're going live for what is arguably probably the least exciting and most terrible game of the entire NFL season.
But you know what? We're going to make it great, people. We have two quarterbacks here tonight. We have Bryce Petty, and I can't remember who
Google
is at this moment. But two backup quarterbacks here tonight. So we're getting there. We'll let you all know shortly. We actually have to share this to our pages anyhow before we really get going here.
How did Google get that? This moment, but the backup quarterback, that's up Ryan Tanning.
Well, that's not correct. Anyhow.
Oh, Mark, it is a gorgeous night. Some snow on the ground, some Christmas spirit. Kevin Schreier, he is joined. Hello, Kevin.
Hello, sir.
Some Christmas spirit in the air as there is snow on the ground. That is very delightful, as always. It's a great night to be alive, Mark.
Absolutely. And friends, just so you all know, here tonight we are doing the Miami Dolphins coming in at 8-5, visiting the New York Jets at 4-9. So here we go. I'm actually very excited for this. First of all, welcome. I am Mark Vogel. I am your host for NoQuipFootball on NoQuip Sports. Here joining me tonight, my co-commentator and also good friend, we have Joshua Glidden.
NoQuip Hockey, January 5th.
Oh, I'm really excited about it. I feel great about it.
Come on,
also, a heck of a photographer here. All those photos that just went on recently. That's this guy right here.
Stop that.
But anyways, a heck of a guy and also a heck of a friend, too. Anyways, friends, tonight, as I was saying before, we have the Miami Dolphins coming in at 8-5, visiting the New York Jets at 4-9. Tonight is going to be a battle of the backup quarterbacks. Tonight we have Bryce Petty
and Matt Moore.
Matt Moore?
Matt Moore.
All right, we have Matt Moore backing up Ryan Tannehill. I believe he is gone for the season, unfortunately, because of an ACL tear in last week's game on a low hit to his knee.
It's probably the hardest thing to happen to a team like the Miami Dolphins, because as mediocre as you could argue Tannehill is, he's probably one of the bigger reasons that they are 8-5.
Absolutely.
So that's a big blow. That's a big blow for this team.
Absolutely. And the funny thing about Ryan Tannehill is he always seems to put up pretty great numbers. It's just that his team, specifically his defense, has never been really behind him. I think that's another big thing that we're going to watch tonight is this defense really smother and completely put down the last hopes and feelings that that our New York Jets
you think the Jets are going to lose tonight?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the Jets are going down. They're going down hard.
They're going down hard, but fumble 2.0 tonight, folks.
Absolutely. So, friends, while you're here, please remember, turn on that game. It's on NFL Network, but also remember to leave the commentary to us. For those of you joining us here for the first time, thank you very much for joining us this evening. We really do appreciate you having you here. Also, while you have a moment, please like the Facebook page, and also you can subscribe to NoQuip Sports on YouTube, our more serious show where we just get in, get out, and talk about the news of the week, the previews, the reviews, and also some league news. And soon coming, January 5th, NoQuip Hockey. Tell the people what to expect.
NoQuip Hockey, you're going to get a video basically every other day starting on Sundays. And you're going to get all division news, all league news, and once a week you're going to get a specialty video with AHL, prospect, draft pick, injury news, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a good time.
Absolutely. And another big news, folks, we have NoQuip Sports now on Twitter, so you can follow us at NoQuip Sports on Twitter. Whenever, basically what we're going to use the Twitter for presently is whenever we're not doing a live show like this, and if we happen to be watching a game, we'll live tweet throughout the game and see if we can get some nice little chatter going as we go, as well as some different updates as we go throughout the week, and we'll be posting our videos there as well.
I love how chippy Twitter gets, Mark.
Oh, it really does.
Chippy. So chippy.
I'm going to tell you, you heard it here first, people. The other night on Twitter, some Seattle fans got real mad at me, but it was a lot of fun, and it was good and clean, of course. So anyways, yeah, check out that on Twitter, NoQuipSport, at NoQuipSports. And if you like what we do here, you know, we would really appreciate if you shared this live feed out to your friends as we continue throughout the game. It would really mean a lot to us as we are in a organic growth stage. And what that means, people, is we are not putting any money into this at the moment, but we're putting on a heck of a show for you, and we hope that you all enjoy it.
Organic growth stage.
Organic growth stage, that's right. We would really appreciate that. Tell your friends that this is kind of a fun stuff that we do here. We have a lot of fun with it. We have a lot of good friends on, a lot of good people. Speaking of tomorrow, friends, at 4 p.m., Kevin, Superfan Schreier, and Jack, you son of a Superfan Schreier, will be joining us for the Denver Broncos game, who host the New England Patriots. So tomorrow, Kevin and Jack will be in full Patriots Superfan clothing. Actually, they're going to be painting too.
Who are the Pats playing tomorrow?
The Denver Broncos.
The Denver Broncos.
Yeah, on the road.
Good game.
That's going to be a heck of a game, friends.
Heck of a game.
Heck of a game. And also, as always, you all know this from my recorded videos already. This is very much a passion project, and we greatly appreciate that you all come through and check us out and help us throughout this organic growth period, as I was saying earlier. Also, in addition to that, Monday night, we will be doing the Carolina visiting the Washington Redskins game with Sal Mazzarella and also Mike Herman. So I'm very excited about that. It's going to be a great time. But back to this pregame talk here. We've got about 14 minutes till kickoff. Tell me reasonably here.
Reasonably.
What can we expect out of this game?
Well, Mark, that's a tall order. That's a tall order and a tough question, but I'm going to answer it as best I can.
Bring it.
Well, I don't know. It's just the Jets' defense this year has been very lackluster with what I believe many are calling and considering the fall of Revis. He has had a very lackluster season coming off the contract year, and he's just not doing as best as he could. He's getting up there, and he himself has said multiple times, I don't care. He doesn't care. He's just doing this for the money, essentially. So he's not really having a terrific year. But coupled that with Dolphins team that isn't really that good, but now that they're 8-5, they're going to do everything in their power to prove that they're winners. So they're going to play. I feel like they're going to be the harder fighters in this game tonight. And like you said, I feel like they're going to come away winners tonight.
And you know what? In addition to that, I think this is a gigantic game for Miami just in general.
Yeah.
Mostly because if they win this game, that puts them at 9-5.
Mm-hmm. Which is one of the better records in the league.
Absolutely. But also, in addition to that, the Denver Broncos are currently also at 9-5. So
Yes,
if they lose to the Patriots, like NoQuip Sports has picked, not because I'm a Patriots fan, but just because it's reasonable, people, I think that actually one of those awesome AFC West teams will get knocked out, aka the Broncos, and Miami will slip right in there.
I would like nothing more than to see a playoff matchup between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Just bring that bad blood back, because it used to be such a huge rivalry, and I just feel like a playoff matchup between these two teams would be incredible.
But also,
incredible.
In addition to that, though, the roles would be flipped. Because back then, what happened was it was actually the Dolphins who led up the AFC East and the Patriots who had to fight their way into the wild card and then through that first round, too.
That is correct.
I'm very excited to see what happens there. And actually, just so you all know, these next 2 weeks, right now, there are not going to be any recorded YouTube videos on Saturday or Sunday for these next 2 weeks, being that it'll be Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, and also New Year's Day. I'm going to be cranking out all the videos those first 5 days of the week for each of those. So just so you all know now, live action.
Yes.
So,
oh boy.
Let's see what we got here.
Oh boy, a Saturday night game.
Saturday night game because college football is now done for the regular season at least.
Thank God.
Bryce Petty is definitely going to be our starting quarterback tonight, number 9 with the Jets.
And Matt Moore, number 8.
Number 8 with the Dolphins. So
he is the starter tonight.
This is an exciting time here. Here's the other thing. Jay Ajayi, okay. Jay Ajayi, you know the running back for the Miami Dolphins?
Yep.
He actually has been stumbling a little bit these past 2 weeks. I think right now, if Miami were to really hit their stride, especially with a big victory tonight, they need to have Jay Ajayi really perform here and show the playoff teams that he's very legit and that he's going to be able to make some noise.
Yeah.
For starters, he's a big blocking point. Blocking point for tonight. So absolutely.
Good for
now,
him.
what what do we need to see out of this Jets offense in order for them to have any success tonight?
They need to fire on all cylinders, Mark. They need to in order to get anything done, they need to play some good football, and Bryce Petty is going to need to lock on target for most of his game. He needs to, if he doesn't have any more than 70% completions, I just feel like this Dolphins defense is going to squish him. So I feel like for any chance of a Jets win, they need to pass early and they need to pass often. And they need to really try to get some yardage and shove some yardage down the Dolphins' throats as much as they can, because that's going to be the only way they're going to win this game, by getting under the defense's skin.
Matt Forte is the key to this game, and word on the street is that he's actually not doing too hot in the health department, so not a good time in the season, even though they are already mathematically ruled out if they wish to ruin the Miami Dolphins season.
I feel like as a professional athlete, because I'm not like a bitter person or anything, but I just feel like ruining someone's chances of going to the playoffs is almost as good as going to the playoffs yourself, if there's no chance of you going.
Absolutely.
Like, if you're in the Jets' shoes, I would fight my hardest to ruin the Dolphins' chances right now.
Absolutely. So we'll see what Bryce Petty is able to put together with all those incredible weapons. You know, speaking of those weapons, most of the reason why they haven't been able to perform as well as they should be this year is simply because the quarterback situation has been the total opposite of last year. Mm-hmm. You know, Fitzpatrick last year was totally firing on all cylinders. You know, these first 3-4 weeks of the season, we thought we were going to get the same exact type of performance out of the Jets, and then all of a sudden, Fitzpatrick decided that he wanted to throw the ball to the other team more than his own, and now we're in this situation here. So it's a very interesting going forward here.
It is. It's going to be interesting to see this game tonight. I'm excited to see.
You know what I think would be most interesting, actually? I want to see what happens to the Jets organization after this season completes. I think there's going to be a lot of movement, not just with the Bills. I think there's going to be a lot of shuffling that goes on between those two teams. I think the Dolphins finally are getting it under control.
Yeah.
But
how old is Ryan Tannehill?
I think he's still 27, 28, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's
still
young.
fairly young.
He's still pretty young.
And you know what? That's one thing that I keep hearing lately about the AFC East is part of the reason why the New England Patriots have had so much incredible success over these past years during Tom Brady's reign, and even when Drew Bledsoe was playing, is because the rest of the division doesn't really know what they're doing in terms of their personal, or not personal, but their team's GM, their coaches, their staff, the whole bit. They just keep shuffling and shuffling and shuffling, whereas the Patriots have found a way to maintain consistency, and also they're able to maintain just generally good success because of their ability to continue to reproduce through all the new players that come through.
Makes sense. How they get like a new colonel every other week now for KFC?
You know, I think that's honestly the point of it. Is just to keep you paying attention. Because most of the time, like, these companies will like take one good commercial and they'll just keep running it for like 2-3 years.
Yeah, forever.
And at some point, or not at some point, I know for me at least, most of the time when I see a commercial, 3, 4, maybe the 5th time is when I ignore it.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't really pay attention to commercials much anyways. And that's why I hope that, one of the reasons you all enjoy this NoQuip Sports here is because we don't do commercials. We actually talk through all of them, different stuff all throughout the night. So we hope you all appreciate that. I know I do personally if I were on the other end of this, because it's just frustrating to sit there and deal with all that junk. But anyhow... let's see. During this pregame as well, if you all have a moment, please, I'd really appreciate putting a like on the Facebook page, as well as a subscription to the YouTube page for NoQuip Sports. And also, just recently, we jumped onto the Twitter, okay? So please, check out NoQuip Sports on Twitter. What we do there is we're going to be live tweeting the games that we're not doing live feeds for football, hockey, and maybe some other sports, just dabble a little bit, try and get those fans riled up.
How do you think Matt Moore is going to do tonight, realistically?
If we're being honest, I know nothing about him. I don't know if he's a rookie. I have nothing on him.
Okay. I mean, I think I have a feeling he's gonna do okay. I like the look of the guy. All right. I feel like he knows really how to whip the ball.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're gonna be a backup to any quarterback in the football league, without really having high expectations, I feel like Ryan Tannehill is definitely on that list. I mean, Ryan Tannehill is an okay quarterback, obviously.
Yeah.
But he's also very mediocre. So I just feel like it's not like Garoppolo or whatever backup Brady would have. Be like you have literally you have a size 30 shoe to fill.
Yeah.
You just size 7, whatever. Just put your feet in there, take a nice stroll, and hope you do your best.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you got to do. Todd Bowles is a moron. He is.
Tell the people more about that. You can't just throw that statement out there and call it good.
He's just. He's so. He doesn't know how to run a football team. It's just. I feel like with everything that's been going on this season, with everything surrounding the Jets and everyone talking about how poorly they're doing, and especially, why does my phone keep dying? And especially with Todd Bowles, I just feel like he definitely doesn't do as good as he should, and I feel like the locker room in that team has just become completely like, screw you, dude.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's lost his players at this point. You know what I mean?
And that just tells more to what I was talking about earlier with the organization, specifically in the AFC
Anderson,
East.
Jesus.
Being that they just can't seem to maintain any stability within their organization at any level, with the exception of ownership, because they're just going to sit there and keep making money. But
and here we go, Bryce Petty with Forte in the backfield.
The Jets did try to run it out, and they only got to the 25-yard line. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, with Matt Forte in the backfield, and a fake and a pass to the feet of what appears to be Brandon Marshall.
Jeepers.
That actually might be the rookie, Quincy Enunwa, who's been having a great season. So let's see here. So far on the season, with the starts that Bryce Petty has had, he is 1-1 with about a 60% completion rating. So that's actually not bad.
It's not terrible, but especially with the team he's given. So you need to think about what's going through his head right now. Oh, jeez, I hope I can do a good job. And the snap to Forte, and he gets demolished. No yardage at all. In fact, probably about a -3 loss. So this is looking mighty dandy for the Jets thus far.
A slow start for the Jets offense, and the Dolphins are just eating it up in a weird camera angle. Here we go. Sorry, friends.
That was weird.
Yeah. So what's funny here? Adamakin Suh just blowing up the the right guard, folks, going straight through that A gap, making it look easy.
He's insane.
3rd and 11 for Bryce Petty and the Jets. Trips to the left, 1 to the right, and Matt Forte in the backfield. And dump pass off to Matt Forte. He's running. And the
he's got
first
some
down
yardage.
he's had along with another 10 to 15 yards. Great play for
Not
Matt.
bad.
Oh, sorry, Bilal Powell.
Bilal Powell.
Bilal Powell.
Colin Powell.
Here's the thing. Bilal Powell annoys the crap out of me.
Why is that?
I'm going to be honest with you. Honestly, it's purely because of fantasy, which is a terrible reason not to like him. But
it's not. These guys should play for fantasy.
Whenever
nowadays.
I pick up Bilal Powell, he's horrendous. And then whenever he's on the team that I'm going against, he's unbelievable every single time. It blows my mind. Anyhow, friends, we've got a heavy set line to the left, 2 split to the right, and handoff to Bilal Powell.
Bilal Powell. Once more.
Bilal Powell. What a fun name to say.
Colin Powell. The racial draft. That's probably my favorite Chappelle Show sketch.
Oh, yes.
The racial draft. So long, fried rice. Hello, fried chicken.
It's kind of like the East-West Bowl.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah.
Kiko Alonso. Jelani Jenkins. Brian Maxwell. Issa
I can't pronounce
Issa Abu Kudus just opens his mouth. Power tool noises.
Yeah. Here we go, people. The Dolphins offsides.
That really is one of my favorite part of the football games. Like the preliminary, going through the lineup. My name is Hingle McCringleberry, the Ohio State University.
Hingle McCringleberry is my favorite fake football player ever, next to Paul Crew and Shane Falco.
Yep.
Those three. Those are my guys.
It's like, my name is Alonzo Jenkins the 14th, and I went to the University of Miami. It's just always so funny the way they go about doing the introductions for these guys, and half the time they just look so bat crap bananas that you just have to wonder, like, how did they get into this situation?
Bat crap bananas.
Bat crap
a
bananas.
Phrase that I have never heard before.
Well, you heard it now with a first down for the Jets.
Soon to be equipped bat crap bananas on ESPN. You heard it here first, people.
Yeah.
Just so we all know, this is not ESPN, and we are NoQuipFootball.
Yeah,
we don't do that.
We don't want to be
business
ESPN.
up in here.
ESPN is very underwhelming.
You know, funny story for you. I was actually having pizza and some. I was having pizza and some adult sodas with some friends of mine last night, and they were talking about NoQuip Sports a little bit with me, and throwing around some ideas. And one of the ideas they had, they wanted to simulcast the live show of NoQuip Sports and start their own called All Quip Sports, where they just sit there and make noises the whole time to describe exactly how the play is going. So the Jets successfully. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that'd be funny. Just like every quip you could think of, like what's a great quip? He tried his hardest on that one. No, that's stupid. That's just a phrase. Oh wow, what a drop. That's in your hands. You're in the National Football League. You got to make those catches.
Here's the thing. The Jets don't ever go to their tight ends, so the guy was probably a little bit surprised that the ball actually came to him.
Oh, okay.
All right, friends, we have Bilal Powell in the
Powell
with Bryce Petty under center. We've got Deuces to the right, tight end left, and a man split left.
Deuces.
2nd and 10 on the 40-yard line of the Miami Dolphins
The
side.
bomb!
Down the field with a big catch. And a run
and that's going to be a Jets touchdown.
Wow.
What a gorgeous play.
A play that I did not expect to see, especially this early by the Jets.
Wow.
Mr. Anderson, number 11, with the Jets.
No, you know what? That's going to set the tone for the rest of this football game. I don't know if the Miami Dolphins are going to be able to come from that.
The Dolphins with a tough 3-and-out to start, and then the Jets just march it right on down the field. He's got a nice little toe up on his toes, little wiggle for his celebration.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah.
You know, one thing I was saying on the Twitter while I was live tweeting the Seattle game is I was very upset. Because Seattle, first of all, that score 24-3 does not reflect how that game went at all, for starters.
No.
And in addition to that, what I was saying too is like they should have put away LA early in the game.
Yep.
But what happens is they go and they make a big sack in the backfield, about a 10-yard sack, something like that. Maybe that's exaggerating, but it doesn't matter. It was a sack, but it was
a sack with a loss of yardage.
It was a 3rd down. They could have forced a punt. They could have gotten their running back on the field and just drained the clock and ended the game like they should have. But instead, what happens is they go and over-celebrate the sack. They give up a personal foul, celebration foul, and then all of a sudden, LA has a 1st and 10. Not as much yardage as they needed for the original because they got taken back so far, and then. They actually put together a nice drive. Now, granted, they didn't score any points on it, but friends, celebrating too much in the NFL, that drives me nuts. I do appreciate celebration. Yeah, exactly, the Hingle.
Yeah. As you can see, we have some movement right here in the crotch area now. I feel like, I honestly, and hear me out on this, I feel like if you wanted to go to a bar with if you wanted to get like a crew of guys together and go to a bar and just go to this bar with the intention of getting into a brawl, you would bring the Seattle Seahawks secondary defense.
Right.
I just feel like if you brought the entire secondary of the Seattle Seahawks and you went to a bar, and everyone would be throwing haymakers within 30 minutes, either throwing haymakers or pulling out gats.
Absolutely.
It's like you know what I mean? It's crazy. So same for the Dolphins defense actually, with especially how insane Ndamukong Suh is.
Yeah.
So
he's not a normal person.
No, Ndamukong Suh is bat crap bananas.
Yep.
He really is. He is bat crap bananas. What is Tarpey saying here?
He would bring a light, Hightower or Blunt.
Hightower Blunt. Okay,
Right.
that's I would probably bring LeGarrette Blunt. But I don't know, man. I'm not saying if you want to win the fight. I'm just saying if you want to get into a fight,
Yeah.
you would bring the Seattle Seahawks secondary.
Oh yeah, 100%. Absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way.
But Robbie Anderson looks like a crazy person, just with that hair.
Mr. Anderson,
Todd Bowles,
the man who scored that touchdown there off of the Bryce Petty throw.
Todd Bowles looking stoically off into the distance, surprised that they have the early
I
lead.
believe this is Nick Folk on the kickoff, and the returner is getting set up. A short kick picked up by the returner onto the 10, and arm tackle broken. Still running east-west and taken down at the
8-yard
9
line.
or the 10-yard line.
Not the 10. That was definitely the 8 or 9
For
mark. Come on.
Matt Moore.
Matt Moore. Time for Matt
and the
Moore to make
Dolphins
his appearance.
trotting onto the field, unlike Dolphins who swim. So here we go, friends. A 91-yard drive getting set up for the Dolphins. I think what we need to see here is the Dolphins. They have to establish that run game, get Jay Ajayi going.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not expecting anything crazy explosive like when he first got onto the team, but I am expecting him to put together some yards here. It's very important, especially to set the tone against a team that is well under 500 in the AFC East, especially if you want to go to the playoffs yourself. So here we go, friends. Handoff to Jay Ajayi up the middle for about 3-4 yards. He kept fighting. Maybe a 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5 coming up here. You gotta clear the button on the side.
Because I don't know why, but it won't charge in in your computer. So we'll see what's wrong with Josh's phone. Sure.
Did you throw him in, by the way?
Oh, come on.
I'm just asking.
Come on.
How
Of
long
course
ago?
I did. About 10 minutes. I just checked him.
Okay, cool.
Starting to melt a little bit. Get some nachos in the oven.
Absolutely. We got chicken nachos with salsa here, folks.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
I am
excited. A heavy line to the left with 2 split to the right, and a throw out.
And an early first down for Matt Moore.
Wow, out to the tight end, actually. Maybe a wide receiver. I don't know.
Yeah, peace, brother. I got a pass.
If we're being honest here, people, I really don't know the Dolphins' offense very well. Mostly because...
Can you look at that stat, please? First start since January 1st, 2012.
Wow.
That is insane. Most backups that have even just at least one start like every 2 seasons.
Well, unless you're Tom Brady.
Unless you're Tom Brady, but you're Ryan Tannehill's backup.
Yeah.
So that must make you think how awful Matt Moore really must be.
Well, either that or how good Tannehill has been performing.
I guess, but I mean, since 2012, Tannehill has had his off years in the past few years.
That's true.
So I don't know how good this guy is.
Oh, something went wrong.
What are you talking about? Something went wrong? We're live fine.
All right, let's.
Oh, hey, who's that handsome
That's
devil?
you.
Who's that handsome
Some
devil?
chandeliers. All right. Here we go. Let's click back in here. There we are. All right, glorious.
I'm gonna go check on those
You
natches.
know, the Dolphins' offense at the moment is struggling a little bit here, folks. Currently, they just got the yard back, bringing back to 3rd and 10 for Matt Moore and the Dolphins' offense. A very rough start, not something that was expected by this Dolphins' offense at all, being that those Jets on the defense have been giving up an incredible amount of points this year. So 3rd and 10 with about 9 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Ryan Tannehill, he looks bummed out.
Yeah, he is fairly upset right now. I'm surprised he doesn't have a clipboard or anything.
or a headset or anything. Yeah, seriously, I'd be helping him out.
He's just there with his hands in his pockets.
Oh, if he could have came away
Jarvis
with
Landry not able to wrangle in that ball, bringing up 4th and 10.
that one. An early 3 and out for the Miami Dolphins.
Absolutely. You know, just a really rough start for those Dolphins. You know, if I were them, you know, being the way that Darrelle Revis has been playing this year, I would just keep plugging it away at his side of the field. He's been playing not soft coverage this year. He hasn't been playing soft. He's been playing soft coverage.
Yeah.
Which means you can always get about 7 yards on the catch as long as you do a quick little button route.
He gets
Very nice.
brought down.
You know, that was a good return for them. You know, they got on the 46-yard line on the Jets side of the field. Fairly short field, 54 yards to go, and off to a commercial break for NFL Network.
What else is new?